This video blends value to your perception, how FOMO impacts your behavior pattern, and how it proves you a big misfit in an existing atmosphere. Namaste viewers, you have seen me making videos in different style but on the same platform. It clearly shows that I am experimenting and trying very hard to get my rhythm or the path so that I can connect myself with you and that too hassle free. Today I am presenting chapter 8 of the self-written story series Sanguine Friend. The link of previous chapters is in the description box. Find some time and do watch previous chapters for more clarity. Let's get started. Before stepping inside the training room, I had made an image in my mind regarding the room and the trainer. There I found the room to be in conformance with my projections, but the trainer gave me a surprise. There I met a well-dressed British person of an average height, having loud and harsh voice. He welcomed me and we shook hands. He introduced himself in a very unique way. Hi, I am Gama, Sohanlal Gama. Sir, I am Tejendra Sharma, Teji. Silence prevailed for a while and he looked at me from head to toe. Is imitating your hobby? He asked. No, not at all, sir, I replied. Really? What a nice attempt to make an escape. But you have proven yourself as a copy master. How effortlessly you have copied my style of introduction is commendable. Anyways, I don't mind because success is always followed by the masses. After saying that, he sarcastically laughed on me. At the situation, I felt insulted. It was very tough for me to put a fake smile on my face and I was turning dicey. I wanted to at least snub him for his misconduct, but suddenly a particular thought healed me. That thought was he himself has copied the style of superstar James Bond. Likewise, he said, my name is Bond, James Bond. That particular thought helped me to turn normal and to enjoy. I continued the momentum of laughter with him. What a confused situation it was. Gama thought I am laughing on myself, but actually I was laughing on him. Couple of minutes later, Gama said, Teji, I am here to train you people for upcoming seminar. Am I not alone? I asked. No, along with you, I have to train Miss Kamini. The name Kamini aroused my senses, and in imagination, I was creating the image of Kamini. I almost drew a mental sketch of her, but suddenly Gama stopped me from detailing as he screamed, Kamini, please come in. The girl dry fruit came in and said, Yes, sir. Do you have any pending works for the day? Gama asked. No, sir, she replied. Then join us within 5 minutes, Gama commanded. She nodded and went back. We were silent and waiting for her. Until she arrived, I laughed at my imagination that what it sought and what it got. Sharp after 5 minutes, I found Dry Fruit as my neighbor. She occupied the chair beside me and Gama was on training desk. Finally, the session started and Gama roared, myself Gama, SL Gama. People out of love called me Gama. Why I am trainer here? This question is bothering you, right? Anyways, I knew it. Apart from a fine trainer, I am also a finest psychologist existing on this beautiful planet, and it's a rare blend of trainer and a psychologist. As we all know that the job of a trainer is very tedious. A trainer needs to learn a lot of concept, many new updates he needs to maintain. Moreover, training is a multi-dimensional task where sometimes I need to use science and sometimes it's mandatory to apply skills. Though I was an average student since my childhood, circumstances are my real teachers and my toughest temperament toward tough situations have made me a perfect man. I worked for around 14 years in Singapore. There I worked as a store manager. All activities of entire store from inventories to sale, from HR to CRM, customer relation management were under my direct control. I need to surveillance all the matter with an hawk eye, and in short, I was the backbone of that entire store. There, I not only got a good salary, but the company bore all of my expenses, including food, medical, and residential. Actually, my real residence or home was my car, a Rolls Royce with luxury that was rewarded to me by my boss. Ever a Rolls Royce car was made without luxury, an impulsive question came to my mind. His continuity had suppressed that question. He was on fire and fired non-stop phrases. A project came there in Singapore from Africa which generated us African customers. With my intelligence, I introduced a local African dish, Mili Papa. Even I got addicted to that taste of that dish, and since then there it remained one of my favorite dish. Indeed, there I earned a lot of money, and after spending 14 precious years, I came back to my real home. After his power packed introduction, he stopped. Suddenly, dry food murmured, "Where is my discipline?" With astonished eyes, I looked at her and asked, "What?" "Nothing." "Oh God, I heard this intro word by word without any change for 15 straight time, and now I have lost all my courage to bear this. An unsolicited advice to you: go and jump into a well, else this man will torture you by reciting his story repeatedly. He is really sick." Before I could react to her stupid advice, another thought interrupted me and fed my mind that she is not a dry fruit, but she is a dangerous dry fruit. Meanwhile, a power packed presentation was displayed on screen by Mr. Gama about the content which we had to deliver in my debut. The content of PPT was a bit basic and it hovers around positivity. The session was over after 3 monotonous long hours, and wall clock was displaying 2 o'clock and probably the lunch time. I left the training room and again sat on the waiting chair. Suddenly, Dangerous Dry Fruit screamed, "Why are you sitting here? Go now and come tomorrow. Here, no more work for you today." Her scream infuriated me. I wanted to stamp my palm on her cheek, but alas, I couldn't. In frustration, I left the waiting area and I was on the verge toward exit. But she screamed again, and without wasting any seconds, I ordered myself to take revenge of all the atrocities she had done to me. She didn't give enough time and again said, "Sir is calling you." I turned back and asked, "Who? Mr. Gama?" "No, happy sir," she replied. Immediately, I relaxed myself and converted my right hand punch to a high five. All my frustration turned into a joy. Oh God, what a switch of energies. That day, I felt the power of words. Earlier, the same voice, same tone had haunted me, but later it started to soothe me. I headed toward Sir's cabin and stepped in. Happy Sir asked, "Gentlemen, how was the session?" "Sir, it was superb. I learned a lot. Mr. Gama is a fabulous person with massive experience. I really enjoyed a lot." All I said that in reply with a fake smile on my face. Then Happy Sir looked into my eyes and I rolled my eyes toward the floor. Silence prevailed for few moments and he broke it by a strong statement. "Erase everything from your mind and unlearn what you have learned from him." "But sir, why? You have no right to declare me unfit for the existing job before putting me on trial. I haven't performed yet. Sir, please don't be so harsh on me. You very well knew that I need this job like my breath." I poured my feeling out with perplexed gestures and intense voice. Oh boy, listen, what I am saying is that you are not fired. You and only you going to open the session, but I suggest you to erase what Mr. Gama has taught you. Indeed, he is an experienced man and I respect him, but I am seeing a unique talent in you and I want to polish that. A relief sighed from my side, and I gulped water from the glass that was kept for Happy Sir, and that too from his side. While enjoying the relief, I failed to see the glass full of water placed for me at my side. To cover that blunder, I said in innocence, "Oops, sorry, sir, by mistake I drank water from your glass." "No problem, dear," the sage personality replied. He continued and said, "Please listen to me carefully. Tomorrow we are going to deliver a session in a postgraduate college where we have to boost students on how to manage stress. For that, you have to fulfill few requirements as follows: a clean shaven face, nice trim hair, and a formal suit. You must look like a professional speaker. Hope you get this." "Sir, I don't have any formal suit and honestly I can't afford it," I said in a very low voice. "Okay, no problem. Do you have a pair of white formal shirt and any dark colored trousers?" Sir asked. "Yes, sir," I replied. "That's great. Now coming straight to the matter. As I mentioned earlier, the theme is around positivity. You have to prepare an introductory speech from your own, focusing the importance of student life from the entire lifespan of a human. Now you may leave, it's already past 4 p.m. and be here tomorrow by 8 a.m. We will go together." "All right, sir, I prepare the speech and shall be available by 8 a.m. Before leaving, Teji, please note a lesson in your heart. Never react immediately without listening. If you won't listen, you are losing ample of talent." Since that day, those words imprinted on my heart and on my mind. It might be quite possible from that day onwards, I was able to learn what is receptiveness. "See you tomorrow along with your prepared speech," and Sir gestured me to leave. I again touched the feet of an adorable man and left the office with smiling face and completely ignored dry fruit. Shortly I reached home. There was an extraordinary flow of energy inside me. I was enjoying my changed status. The married couple that is unemployed had been divorced. Both un and employed were separated, and employed won the case with judicial benefits. That evening, I didn't change my clothes. I took a pen and a paper and started introductory speech. I tried very hard to write it, but the pressure to perform was letting my skills down, and I wasted around 20 plus unruled sheets. There were squeezed pieces of papers beside my chair, and I decided to take a break of few minutes. During break, I heard music, it didn't work. Then I started to watch web series, it didn't work, and finally tried to scroll my social media accounts, but that too failed. In a nutshell, I was thinking that I couldn't catch that debut. My breath turned to be heavy, and when I saw the time, it was 10:30 p.m. Without preparing speech, I felt choked, and from 10:30 to 11 p.m., I barely took any breath psychologically that I felt. But sharp at 11 p.m., I received a call from Happy Sir, and in haste, I took the call and conversation began like, "Hello, sir. Good night, sir. Oh, I mean, good morning, sir. Oh God, final one. Good evening, sir." "A very good evening, champ," Sir replied. Few seconds of silence, and Sir again broke that with his powerful words. "Why are you draining your energy to light up a dark groove? Be chaos free and set your alarm. Take a sound sleep and put rest of the work on tomorrow. If you want to perform better, it's mandatory to have a sound sleep by forgetting all the tensions. My intuitions guided me to call you as it guided me that you are in deep stress and ruining your quality time, and hence I called you. But by now stop thinking and don't try to decode my intuitions. Put your mobile aside, set your alarm and sleep well. After that, he disconnected the call, and for a few moments, I tried to decode his intuitions but didn't dare and set up my alarm and slept peacefully. Next morning, I woke up effortlessly on a single beep of alarm, and I was so fresh, my entire body was very relaxed and light. Last night call from Happy Sir did the task, and it was so miraculous that in very first attempt I wrote introductory speech and get myself ready and left for office sharp by 7 a.m. Stay tuned for next chapter. Take good care of yourself. If you like the story, then share, like and subscribe. Jai Hind.